The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based upon real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia Mosinzia.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based upon real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia Mosinzia.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, along with Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful gentleman from the Philippines who's now in New York City, just hustling and bustling as we speak. He's a dreamer, content creator, performer, and also works with Amazon as well, too. And, of course, making Jeff Bezos rich. I'm kidding here. So this guy's out here just making a great living. He was born and raised in the Philippines, now in New York City, and he's been a performer for a number of years. He started with the International Presentation of Performers, or IPOP, in L.A. He performed in the Philippines at the World Trade Center in Manila, also Camp John Hay. He's also done some open mics and been in New York, L.A., and more. And this guy is ready to make a big splash in the United States. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from Hustle and Bustle in New York City, ladies and gentlemen, dreamer, content creator, performer, and the next soon-to-be big star from the Philippines, Francis Mabborang. Francis, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Mike Wagner. Wow, that is some introduction that you got there. Thank you so much.
Well, you sound like a very excitable person. I mean, you're not just a performer, you're not just a content creator, but you're also a dreamer, and you have a great story coming from the Philippines over to New York City. You started the International Presentation Performers, or the IPOP, in L.A. You performed the Philippines at the World Trade Center in Manila. I'm sure the towers are still standing. Camp John Hay, various open mics. You've been in New York and L.A. performing and doing a lot of things, and also dealing with Amazon as well too. And before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started, Francis.
Yeah, like any other dreamer out there, my life as a performer, and how I got into the arts primarily is because through my parents, and it's because our household is very into music. Like my family, I'm a Filipino. Karaoke is a big thing. You can never go wrong with a karaoke in a Filipino family or a Filipino house, because at any occasion there's going to be a karaoke machine that's gonna be propped somewhere, and everyone started drinking and eating, and then someone's gonna start the karaoke, and yeah, and that's how it goes. But before I even dove into singing, back in school, I was very active. There was like this annual foundation day of the school where each year level or grade level would present different dance or different production numbers. So I want to say I started with dance first, and then that's how I ended up with singing, and later on I ended up going to theater. So that's how I ended up doing acting as well.
Wow. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No worries. No. But growing up, I was a taekwondo jin. I was a member of the varsity team of my school back then. I ended up having my black belt around 2009.
Mm-hmm.
But when I moved to college, my parents doesn't want me to do any extracurricular activities. So no sports, no arts, only focus on my academic. So and I'm the eldest, and in every Asian family, usually the eldest would be the follower or like the leader, and will have to set the standards between the siblings. So that was my life. But one way or another, I ended up finding my way into the arts. And once I graduated college, a year later, that's where I found myself joining the International Presentation of Performers. It is like they had like an open call internationally, so they ended up going to the Philippines one time. I said, what will I lose? It's just like an audition. It's not that I'm gonna be guaranteed to be in LA, so it's a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, I was already working for my application for my master's in international business and social entrepreneurship. But but the day of the audition, though, I got a call back to come the next day.
Wow.
And funny enough, like that night, I received my acceptance letter for my master's, for my graduate studies. And my parents are already fixated for me to pursue my master's here in the US, supposedly. So, but it was one of the biggest crossroads I ever have to face, because what will I choose? Would it be my passion in the arts or my academic career life? You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how like right there and then and I said to my dad, okay, let's just go to the callback. Who knows what's going to happen? It's just a callback. Who knows if I'm going to be part of shortlisted or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So callback came. I did prepare some stuff. When that happened, they said, you know what? No more questions. We want to bring you to LA. Like months later. And my dad was looking at me, so what you're going to choose? Your master's or this one? Because you only have to choose one. And it's going to be costly for us because we're set up for masters the next year in San Francisco. And I got this one in LA coming up in the next 4 months. And my dad wanted me to choose one. So right there and then, I made a decision to just pursue and jump, take the chance. Because I know I'm always been passionate about performing arts. I never had the chance or opportunities to take a hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that became my journey. And then I've done all the industry standards, headshots, preparing all my materials for that because it's like a competition and a boot camp thing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what we did.
Whoa,
And
there, someone just went by trying to listen to you. I could tell.
the bus here is like, wow. Yeah. So that was the life. And then when I got there, it was like a 5-day boot camp training with industry professionals, and the last day is like the gala day or the callback day. It's like a competition as well. We're going to present your headshots, your monologues, your dances, song numbers, modeling, whatever. It's like a showcase thing. And then the callback day is wherein a lot of industry agencies, management companies, record labels, modeling management companies, um, would come in and take a look and see if they would scout all of the talents and would call them if they're interested. About a month later, I went back to LA. I went back to the US after that entire thing because there's a management company who wanted to sign me in. But I signed with them, been trying my best to audition. I've been coming back and forth here in the US for the next few years after that, but it didn't materialize. And then that's where I decided, you know what? I always get the note where you have potential, you just need training, the
Mm-hmm.
foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And I said and my parents are like that time, so are you still gonna study? You're wasting your life, blah 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 blah. So I knew at that moment that I want to study, but if I'm gonna study, I want to take my opportunity and chances to um, do what I really really wanted to do,
Uh-huh.
and that's what I decided that I should be studying performing arts because
Okay.
that's where my passion is right now,
And,
and
and,
it's something.
and
Yeah,
it sounds like you have a really good passion what we do and the international presentation of performers. Now, is this more like a comedy troupe? Is it like a dance company? Is it or is it just like an agency or do these guys tour or what? We like more information about the iPop. This sounds really interesting in case anybody wants to get involved.
yeah. iPop is like it happens like every 6 months, either in Vegas or in LA. I did it like at the beginning of 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and we did it at the Hollywood Roosevelt, the very iconic Hollywood Roosevelt. That was our venue, and it was like a showcase event of talents coming from all around the world who would like to be a star or who would like to get into the business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have to prepare different materials if you really wanna be known as a singer, actor, dancer, model, or whatever. And it became a thing for me. Like they go all around the world as well to scout different talents. When I competed and when I participated, there was only out of like thousands of Filipinos audition.
Mm-hmm.
There was like only like about less than 20 of us who made it to LA. So it is a privilege, and I'm glad that I took the chance on it because it ignited my sleeping passion in performing arts that I haven't been touched, that I was able to touch since I graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of became a bigger fuel to the fire for me to continue pushing and striving to have a career in the arts because not everyone has the luxury or the capability or has the opportunity to do so. So that's how I ended up doing everything.
Mm-hmm. And that's really amazing too, Francis. You're off to a great start. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up?
Of course, I'm a Filipino. I'm gonna be biased. I would like to say my mother. I call her my mother, even though she's not my mother. Lea Salonga, the very iconic, legendary Lea Salonga. Who else? I love a lot of. I appreciate a lot of music, a lot of artists, with a lot of genres in music. I love, of course, because of my parents' influence, the Beatles, Bee Gees. I got into slow rock as well. For the contemporary ones, so like the very much modern ones, I really like the Jonas Brothers, um, Charlie Puth, Maroon 5, Panic at the Disco for music. For actors, though, I really like Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp is like a chameleon because he has played a wide array of characters, and he did not let himself be put according to any stereotypes. I really love that, and Heath Ledger because of his Joker performance. He's the most iconic Joker. I really like Armie Hammer as well. And right now, there's like a rising Filipino actor in Hollywood who started Ratchet. His name is John Brion, and he was the original engineer on the revival of Miss Saigon. And I'm a big musical theater guy, so I'm also going to reference a lot of musical theater. We got Aaron Tveit, we got Jonathan Groff, who starred in Criminal Minds. No, not Criminal Minds. Yeah, Jonathan Groff as well, who's the voice of Kristoff in Frozen. We have a lot more actors like Tom Hiddleston. I've seen him on Betrayal when he was performing here in New York City. He's great. He's a really great actor. I adore great actors, not just because there's a lot of actors right now or artists or celebrities that are known because of their face value, but they're more than just that. I look into the art, into their craft, and that's what I always look up to the great people.
Wow, you have one heck of a background right there, Francis. Of course, your parents, being, stars and way in the Philippines as well, too. And we'll talk about some of your background in just a minute. What do you got coming up? But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, over 25 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with actor, writer, singer, dreamer, content creator, performer, and the very multi-talented Francis Mabborang from the Philippines here on the Mike Wagner Show. Now based in New York City, and he's out in the street right now and just trying to get people to listen as well, too. And you talk about your karaoke as well, too. And, just a couple of questions about your singing career and, making a go of it. How many karaoke contests have you actually won in the Philippines?
Believe it or not, I haven't won any. I only joined once, and then it's like a local singing competition. But I didn't win. I was 10 years old at the time. And I was like a little soprano boy, trying to sing "My All" by by Mariah Carey, rather, not Christina.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with a squeaky voice, with a squeaky 10-year-old voice. That was me. So that was the first competition I ever did, but I wasn't successful. But most of my performances would revolve around singing.
Okay, Francis, I'm sorry we're getting cut off here. So, Francis, are you still there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, yeah. If you can just move to a part where you have a stronger signal, maybe away from the buses, that'd be great. And I was going to have you sing as well, too. And if you want to throw in some singing, that's fine, too. And you'll perform Philippines at the World Trade Center in Manila, Camp John Hay, and did some open mics. And you did some open mics in New York and L.A. And tell us about some of that. It sounds like you got some good comedy blood in you.
I actually, most of those events, because I was also part of an artistry collective back in the Philippines, that works with different independent spoken word artists, musicians, singers as well. And that's the reason how I ended up getting a gig at the World Trade Center in the Philippines, to work and it's a Christmas bazaar and it happens annually in the Philippines. And there was a time that they tapped the artist collective to bring and perform during in the middle of the day or in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
So in their open stage. So I was one of them, and it was a really fun experience because while there's like a lot of shoppers in the bazaar, sometimes they would just stop and you would like sometimes see them while they're shopping, they're jamming on the song that you would sing sometimes. So it was a really fun moment. And the one with the Camp John Hay though is like a workshop event for digital marketing. And they invited the Artistry Collective, and I was invited also by the Artistry Collective to take part in this performance to do a song for them to perform. It was like an overnight stay. Camp John Hay is like in Baguio City, which is the coldest area in the Philippines. So that was our our area, and we kind of like perform during bonfire. So that's our job here is just entertain the people attending the entire workshop. So those became my big venues in the Philippines. So most of the time I'm like in different open mics because of the artistry collective are also hosting different open mics and collaborating with different venues at that time as well.
Hmm. And he also worked as a performer and worked involved in creative content in New York City. And you're also did some work at the Holt Space Theater with the Merry Wives of Windsor, and of course Rainbow Fish musical. And I'm going off your website here. You had Benny, and you also had A Christmas Time in the City. And maybe you can just tell us about some of the works that have actually stood out for you.
Yeah, ever since I finished the conservatory last year, I have been actively working here in New York City. One of my first jobs as a performer and actor here is being part of a sketch of New York, which is a sketch comedy company based here in New York off Broadway, and it's something that a good friend of mine is directing, Joe Denozzi, who became my director and collaborator for the New York Renaissance Fair. Because that is my first job is the New York Renaissance Fair as an actor, and then ever since then I've done different shows such as Fluffy the Pine Music, it's a Christmas family musical that was held here in New York City at the Producers Club. And my latest project before the pandemic was a Rainbow Fish musical, which is a touring company for a touring show, local touring for youth. That became my. I was playing two characters at the same time. I was playing Fluffy the Pine. I was playing the Sardine and the Clownfish. So we were touring in different venues across New York City and the tri-state area, different libraries to cater for children. So those are like basically it's like a children's musical show. It was based on the book, The Rainbow Fish, the children's book. So it
Oh,
was a really fun experience.
oh, wow! It does sound like a lot of fun. You also got into some cabaret as well too, and you can just tell us a little bit about that. And it sounds like you have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I've been actively performing in different cabaret venues here in New York, in the cabaret scene in New York City. I perform at the West End Lounge, at the Duplex Piano Bar, and the most recent cabaret venue I have performed here in New York City is at the Laurie Beachman Theater, and it was produced and directed by the lead segment producer of 54 Below, which is a big venue here in New York City where a lot of Broadway performers perform. So that's the last cabaret show I have ever performed, and it's amazing because I am actually performing in a place where the likes of Jeremy Jordan, Abby Lupone, and a lot more big time performers that you just looked up to have performed and have stepped foot in the
Hmm.
same stage. So it was a thrilling experience.
It sounds like a great experience. And since we're on the subject of Broadway, what are some of your favorite Broadway musicals?
I'm being biased, like Miss Saigon and Aladdin, and there's a contemporary musical called Be More Chill. The book was written by Ned Vizzini, and it was been made as a musical by a musical theater writer composer uh, that has been nominated for a Tony last year. And there's like a new concept album that I've been actively listening to. It's written by Drew Gasparini, and the show is called We Aren't Kids Anymore. It's a very wonderful musical that shows the life of an artist, the glories, the highs and lows of being an artist here in the U.S. or in New York City. So it kind of like um, it transcended in my life, like in my story. Like, oh my God, I can really relate to this one, and a lot more shows. I love a lot. Like I can like it would take me like hours for me to name a number of them.
Wow. It sounds like it's countless and countless and countless. And what's coming out for the very talented Francis Mabborang, we'll find out in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, along with Amazon, Audible, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with the multi-talented Francis Mabborang, who was born and raised in the Philippines, now in New York City here on The Mike Wagner Show. And he's very, very talented as an actor, writer, singer, dreamer, content creator, performer, and more. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Francis?
Oh, 2021 and beyond. Okay. I am actually developing a few shows.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, yes, we're here, Francis. Go on.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually developing two shows right now. A number of shows, actually. I am currently developing a one-man show that I would like to bring a virtual theater because everything is in the pandemic right now.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone is like trying to find a way for them to be creative. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I just been recently contracted I've been a part of a wave of creators on a new platform called Live It. And it's a live streaming platform, and I want to bring theater to streaming. So there's already been a discussion about me, like a plan of me for a while to actually make my own shows. I have drafted like a good drama play that I am still furnishing, and I'm planning to like execute the first drama play that I have ever written sometime early next year, so that hopefully theater comes back there. I've been working it with different. I'm collaborating with someone already to actually produce and direct the show, and it's something that It became a quasi-autobiographical story about my life here as an international artist. And I really want to share the story because not people really understand the rawness and the struggle of being an international artist or a foreigner trying to make a living here in America. So it's something like I really wanna touch on because one of the reasons why as well I have decided to make a show that I know I can play is because theater right now, looking at it, there is nothing there that actually represents me as a Filipino. Like there's only a handful of Asian roles and a number of Asian characters that we all know in different plays and musicals that we adore and love, but nothing really speaks to me. I can only be where? In Aladdin, Miss Saigon, Flower Drum Song, The King and I, but I am not the right Asian or I'm not the right actor to play that because of the stereotype. So, and I kind of like took it in took Lin-Manuel Miranda's words when he was also talking about how he developed In the Heights, his first ever musical. and it resonated on me. So I knew I wanted to make one for my own as well. So that's how I thought. Like I know, and they said, write the story that you know, that relates to you, that speaks to you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I devised the first play that I've ever written that I really wanted to produce someday. And right now, because I wanna make different shows that is in the format of a live streaming. Sometimes because I've done a number of productions online, like the Shakespeare's Merry Wives of Windsor and Cymbeline. I already had like an idea on how to execute it. So it's a matter of material and execution nowadays, which is why I want to capitalize the platform that I am in right now, which is called Live It, because nobody has done that. And there is now like a number of users and streamers that are coming into the platform. And I want to spice things up a bit. I want to shake Live It a bit and bring a very unique content for them and bringing them to theater and at the same time bringing theater to a platform that caters specifically for artists.
It sounds like you got a fan in the background that wants to be on the show as well, too, and maybe be in your play. Maybe you can talk to him about that.
Maybe I would need some background actors. Maybe I would just like holler at him.
Oh, there you go. And of all the professions you're in, actor, writer, singer, dreamer, content creator, and performer, which of the six, if you want to add some more, that's fine, would you rather be considered as? What's like the strongest for you?
That's I haven't had that question. You answer great. You give really good questions there. Oh God, I think above all of them, a creator, because whether you are an actor, whether you are a singer, whether you are a performer or a writer, you're always going to create something. So it's a baseline. Like even though the material has already been done or like has already been established.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry we lost Francis here for just a minute. Francis, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, we cut you off for just a minute. Hopefully that guy in the background didn't cut you off. So go ahead, continue,
so.
Sir, saying.
I hope so. Yeah, so because currently I'm about to go to the train station. I'm on my way home already. That's why. But yeah, so again, I'm saying I would consider myself as creator because every performer, every writer, every singer, dancer, or actor, you're always going to create something. And I believe though that whether the material is established or has it already been made or not. Like for example, I got cast as let's say Aladdin. Let's say it's already been established. It's already been made. But as an actor, as a singer, or as a dancer, stepping into a role, you're always going to create something new. You're always going to create a moment. You're always going to create a specific thing that at least one person in the audience is going to relate and said, "Oh my God, it spoke to me." So that is like that's what I would like to say. I'm more of a creator above all of them.
Wow, that is amazing. Where can we find your works at?
Right now, I don't have published works yet, but most likely going to be in my website, like Francis Mabborang, www.francismabborang.com.
That is fantastic. We're looking forward to having you back on soon and keep us up to date. And a few more things, Francis. Who do you consider your biggest influence in your career?
My biggest influence, probably, apart from my family, obviously it's granted my family is always going to be an inspiration for me, but probably all the John Briones, as I would say,
Okay.
who was recently been who's the original engineer in the revival of Miss Saigon because he's the only original cast member who came back for the revival of Miss Saigon.
Oh.
And I admire him and I admire her story as an artist because he's like me who pursued a very academic and like a very traditional background. He was supposed to be an engineer and I was supposed to be a lawyer, but then he decided to jump onto and take a chance on his passions in performing arts or in theater, and that's why it kind of resonated on me. And ever since, he just took the chance and ran away with it, and that became a big inspiration for me. That if a Filipino can make it why can't I, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's a very good point too, Francis. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Hold on. Don't ever stop. It's not,
Yes.
it's a cliche moment, especially even in this pandemic, but where I stand right now at the point of my life where I'm already gunning for a different visa, and then the pandemic hits. Even Broadway was shut down. All and the entire industry is shut down. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's hard. So you just have to find a way and be creative and do everything on your own. If you're just if you think you're just a singer, dive into dancing. If you think you're just a singer, dive into like songwriting. Or if you're just like an actor, why don't you try directing or writing a play or a musical or a movie? I mean, everyone right now needs a creative outlet, and I believe that. And for me, that's how I was able to like continue on even in this pandemic, because I'm like everyone during the start of the pandemic who became sluggish. Oh my goodness, we don't know what to do. Oh, we have the time to sleep, we have the time to eat and do whatever we want to do. But and then there would like a few weeks later, oh my God, it's not yet gonna open. It's gonna be a long while. What will I do? How am I gonna bring food at the table? This industry sucks. Blah 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 blah. But we do it because we love it. And again, if your why of all the WH questions, why is the hardest thing to answer, because everything is tangible and the why is not tangible, but you have to make it tangible. If that why is not clear and tangible to you, it's you're not in the place where you're supposed to be, because all it matters is that it should be clear and understandable and perfect for you, like it's clear, like it's tangible for you, and nobody else should dictate whatever it is other than you.
Mm-hmm. And that's a very good point, Francis. And of course, you mentioned about try this, try that. I'm gonna do all the above after I'm done with you. So I'm gonna write that down, making a to-do list as we speak. Once again, Francis Mabborang from the Philippines, now in New York City, actor, writer, singer, director, and dreamer, content creator, and performer. The multi-talented Francis here on the Mike Wagner Show. A very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, or can people check out your works?
Yeah, actually tonight in an hour, I'm performing online on a Facebook showcase concert sponsored by Celis Brewery and B Squared Management on Facebook tonight. And then on Friday and Saturday, I'm gonna open and close a show that I did an equity stage reading last year that got picked up for a developmental process. And I'm gonna open. It's called Panic Defense, and it's gonna be on a very exclusive. It's an exclusive Zoom link that's only it will only be accessed, and we can only accept people who have registered. So if you want, I can send you the details later when I get home. And apart from that, yeah, you can find me in an app called Live It, like the platform called Live It. It's a free app. You can live stream and have fun with it. I'm always there every night. I stream. So sometimes I just goof around. I be creative, or like I chat, I sing. Sometimes if like I just want to dance, I'll just be crazy. I do. You can always find me there. And the handle is like the same, like Francis Mabborang.
Sounds good, and we're looking forward to that. We'll check you guys out. Once again, Francis, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you so much, Mike. You've been a gem. You've been great. I really appreciate you so much for having me on your show.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing: Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based upon real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/miamosinzia.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.